Hola, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. Finally, you don't even know what it took to get here, but here we are. I'm going to tell you, I did this reading already once. It was an hour and a half long. And I guess my storage was full on my phone, and then the error, it wouldn't upload to YouTube. So I just completely lost the video, which I think it happened for a reason. Especially now, looking at the spread that has come out. And I used a different spread. I mean, like, this is just, was the way it was meant to be. So, that's good. Oh, and I think the other reason why it didn't is because my nails were horrible. They looked so bad, Saggies. And I think my higher self was like, there's no way. So I was like, I'm just going to keep it real. I feel like I need to get this message out. But apparently this was the right message that we're going to get into now. What I did do, though, was keep the oracle cards that we got from the first one, because I did a meditation on you guys' energy, and I saw an eagle in my meditation, and then with the oracles and two different decks, the eagle card came out. So I am going to keep that meditation and give you guys that message. Thank you for checking out my video. I'm new, so bear with me. Very amateur hour, but the messages are still true, and the messages are still for somebody, okay? I start all these things off by drawing a circle of protection around myself, this reading, and you, calling in God, my higher self, my spirit guides, and any deities that they deem necessary to come through for a clear message for your highest good and for anyone involved's highest good. I set my ego to the side, and anything else is cast out. And so it is. So motive be. Now, let me tell you guys about your meditation real quick. Like I said, it was yesterday, so let me pull my book out because my memory is horrible, guys. I wrote it down. Sorry, I should have this done. I do want to say this is a general message. I do offer private readings, and I'm running a special right now because I'm just starting out, guys. So I appreciate you guys that do subscribe and stuff. But anyway, yes, I'll put my email information in the description box below if you want to email me about a private reading. But this is general. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or whoever else is drawn to this reading. Energy is fluid, so like if it's not your story, don't try to make it fit, okay? And also, I don't timestamp them because I feel like whenever you come across it, it's for you. Now, what was your meditation? Okay. Yes, I remember now. Okay. So, and still, like, the first reading was full of pentacles. And what I saw it was out of the Gilded Tarot deck. Okay, I'm trying to get my time down on these, and that hour and a half was extremely too long. So I'm not going to let this one, I'm going to try to keep this one under an hour. But the imagery I saw in your meditation was actually from this deck, but I pick my decks intuitively for each reading, and after my meditation I pulled this deck out to kind of see if I thought maybe I should switch decks, because the ones that we used are the ones that I originally got that I needed to use for this message, and still it didn't change. So we're not using these, but I just went ahead and I'm going to tell you guys about it. So you got the Ace of Pentacles. I'm trying to find a better card to use as an example. I saw a pentacle. I didn't see the card with it. All I saw was the shape of the pentacle, the way it shows up in this particular deck, because all the decks are different. Oh my gosh, can I get a pentacle, please? Oh, it would be the Five of Pentacles. Do we have a better pentacle? Okay, so that's the pentacle, but that's like the shape of it, right? That octagon type shape. That's all I see was the pentacle, no card with it or anything. So, I saw that, and I saw the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups was also out of this deck. And I think the message with that was kind of like gaining a higher sight, because in this particular deck, the Ace of Cups has an eye in the background. And the eye to me represents like the intuition, like seeing things. I mean, the Ace of Cups, I'm sorry, represents to me, you know, intuition a lot of the time. No, you know, it's love too. Okay, anyway, I'm not gonna find it, and I'm not gonna spend any more time trying to. But so that's what I saw in your meditation, as well as an eagle. So you can imagine my surprise when these were both these cards came out, and we're gonna read them right now. I want to give you a quick you know, I just ask that I'm going to read off the signs. Don't get hung up on the signs, because, you know, we can all show up in any of the signs. Don't get caught up on genders, because, you know, we all have masculine and feminine, and men can show up as queens just like women can show up as kings in the tarot. I do call out numbers too, you know, especially when there's lots of synchronicities, which there are. This is just, I see now why I had to redo the reading. Anyway, okay, let's read the first one. Flowing River. This is the Native Spirit Oracle, if anybody wanted to know. Oh, I deleted all the old videos out of my phone and cleared up some space, so surely we won't have any more problems. Alright. Okay, Flowing River. Card meaning. Everything is falling into place. Oh, there's a glare. Sorry about that. Everything is falling into place because you aren't resisting the drift of the great river of life. It's time to let go. You're entering a period of gracious ease and flow. All is unfolding perfectly and with good timing. When you are in state of flow, you aren't pushing the river to go faster, and you aren't swimming against it. Let go of the shore and enjoy the ride. Your native spirit wants you to know. Rivers have personalities and carry energy just as animals and plants do. From the, can't pronounce that and I'm not going to butcher it, to the Australian Aborigines, and to the other native cultures throughout the world, it's believed that it's important to listen to the language of the river. If you aren't feeling the smooth currents of life, it might mean that you're trying to control situations, or that you're being self-critical or judgmental. The way to move into flow is through gratitude and appreciation, and by allowing others to support and help you. Heed the Native American saying, it's best to go ride the horse the direction that it's going. It's best to ride the horse the direction that it's going. This means that when the card Flowing River chooses you, you're being told to let go and go with the flow. If there is something or someone you need to forgive, this is the time. This is also the time to forgive yourself and just let go. Okay? So, it's almost like you're being asked to go with the flow. You guys, I tried to shut this door because it's Friday and the kids are here and we have company. So I didn't want it to be loud, but man, I'm already getting hot. I don't know. We might have to open this door. Oh, they're so loud in there though. Eagle Medicine. Card meaning. Profound connection to the Creator and the heavenly realms. Okay? As the eagle soars high above the earth, it is the ability to see things from a higher perspective. It has the ability to see things from a higher perspective. Courage and stamina are filling your life. You have the ferocity to right injustice and wrongs done to you or others. This is the time to face fear and overcome it. Your native spirit wants you to know. If the Eagle Medicine card has chosen you, you are at the advent of an opportunity to truly see life from a rarefied vantage point. Eagles are considered one of the most sacred of all birds in many tribes and cultures. Their single-minded fierceness, dynamic energy, and ability to soar high are part of the reason for this. This card reminds you to take heart and face fear. You do indeed have the strength to overcome any adversity. You also have a direct line to the Creator. Your prayers are heard and will be answered in accordance with your highest good. You have the capacity to You have the capacity to channel extraordinary life force energy through your hands. Message for somebody. So yeah, it's just like you're being asked to see things from a higher vantage point, and it's going to be, you know, a view that not a lot of people are even able to see. Like it said, that the eagle is a very divine type animal, for sure. Let's look at Eagle Spirit in the our Power Animal Oracle. Stephen D. Farmer. Okay. Spirit, trust in your higher self. Yeah, for sure. This is a message for someone. When you live your life according to spiritual law, Spirit's intent expresses through your personality easily and fluidly. Your light will shine if you only let it, and all that you want will come to you without ever needing to know how. To follow your spiritual path, your only job is to listen to and then heed Spirit's directives. And your life will flow quite easily and naturally. Your conscious mind is meant to be the receiver and transmitter of these urgings, translating the information sent from Spirit through pure awareness into the physical realm and decipherable communication. Since your ego's willfulness can interfere and misdirect, you must pay close attention to discern which is which. Know that your higher self will only give you straightforward, positive, and encouraging support, whereas the ego's voice will tend to be negative and discouraging. Let the ageless wisdom that is your spiritual birthright come through so that you may shine with light and love upon yourself, others, and the world around you. Damn. Additional associations: vision, courage, universality, you know what I mean, and masculinity. So it's definitely a masculine energy, the eagle. I like this. I mean, yes, okay. Do you hear them? I really hope I don't have to stop this. Okay, let me hit this real quick, guys. It's like they forgot that I just told them to be quiet. Parlamento. Okay, so oh, I forgot. I almost forgot one of the cards. I'm sorry, guys. So sorry about that. How could I forget these? I love these oracles. Okay, passivity. Number 3. It's okay to let others fight your battles for you now and then. You can't be the best at everything, after all, but don't surrender your free will to someone else in exchange for security. Letting someone else handle all your problems gives away your power. There will come a time when you struggle against the bonds of passive observation and long for more independence. Perhaps that time has already come. Question mark. It says you aren't helpless in the situation, however tempting it may be to pretend so. This card comes out quite often, actually. I think that's a common, what was that? That's a common, you know, challenge that we have, some of us. Okay. Now, this is the center of the reading, which I really was just trying to get one card. You know, sometimes maybe two might come out. But the way these came out was really crazy. Because remember the last reading, the Pentacles is what I saw in my meditation for you guys. And then the Ace of Cups, which I believe the Ace of Cups came out in the first reading. Yes, it did. It didn't. Yo, it came out here. Never mind. It came out here as well. But it's a lot different in this deck. Anyway, this reading is dominated by Pentacles as well and Earth energy. So let's get into it, shall we? And also these cards, you know, I started shuffling and these cards just all came out, and the way they came out, it was just too, you know how it is. They were meant to come out. So first we have the Empress, Venus energy, which is, you know, Taurus and Libra, but like I said, don't get caught up on the signs. There is a lot of Taurus, Earth energy and Taurus. We have the Hierophant and the Empress here. You could be dealing with a Taurus. So, the Empress is creative abundance. You know, it can be the pregnant woman. Sometimes it's fertility. It's Major Arcana. Number 3. So, and then the Ten of Pentacles, which is, you know, fulfillment, material, you know, everybody wants the Ten of Pentacles. So this is like wonderful here. Like, I was like, wow, okay, yes. I got excited for you guys. And then the Ace of Pentacles, new beginning. I mean, you know, and justice. Okay. So that's what we have going on in the center of your reading. Heart of the matter here. Could be dealing with a Taurus. You could just be very, very, very abundant. This is at least materially, I mean, and emotionally. I mean, there's justice here. This is a new beginning and something that's very like, this is something that was very rewarding. This is your home, you know, feeling content and complete within your home, you know. This is like amazing energy. So let's get some clarifiers, shall we? So yeah, once these cards started coming out, well, once those came out, those were the first ones out, I was like, okay, yeah, for sure this is the right reading. Okay. Plus my nails look way better. I do shuffle all these before we start, and I make sure that they're all in the upright. Shuffle them a couple more times. Oh, I don't know if I need to get a clarifier for each one of these. I do want to look at the Empress. Wow, justice and judgment. So judgment is Major Arcana. It is reconciliation, second chances, you know, making a judgment call. It could be reconciling with this Empress. Could be making some type of judgment call. Whoa, I didn't even ask. 3 of Wands. And okay, so here we have fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sag with the 3 of Wands, another 3. So we have like 3 3s showing up here already. And the Wounded Warrior here. This pause. Oh, we have the 9 of Wands up here as well, and the possible outcome. So we have 3 9s here, 3 3s. Okay, lots of synchronicities. This looks like, to me, this looks like, you know, there's definitely some justice, a new beginning, you know, something that's very rewarding. There is either reconciliation here of some type, but then there's also this pause. There's waiting. There's waiting, but it's like whatever it is. Then we have the World at the bottom of the deck. I use that just to clarify a little further. Sometimes this is that's as I was just getting ready to say, this 9, all these 9s, like this is getting ready to end a cycle, some type of big cycle. It looks like is wrapping up here. Yeah. Getting ready to lay down some burdens here in the near future. Hopefully. We got a lot of new beginnings. We've got 3 aces. Right here we've got the ace of 3, 3, 3, 3. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups over here. Oh, I don't think I'm going to keep that. I don't know. I'm going to show, and if it needs to come back out, it will. But we have this is the masculine energy card. This is, you know, if this is a woman, I always take this with whoever I'm reading for. This would be the masculine energy in the relationship showing up. Okay, that's just, it's a romantic partner, it's a lover. We have the masculine and the feminine cards in here. Anyway, this is the masculine, then bam, the sun. This can stand for a kind-hearted woman, or it can stand for moving homes, changes. Yeah, I mean, this looks like some type of, I don't know, like I'm saying, I mean, this definitely is home life, right? It's 10 of Pentacles. This is messages. Could be waiting on some type of message. Could be receiving some type of message. Definitely justice. I mean, wow. Okay, let's look at the recent past and see. Oh, sorry. I forgot all about this card. I got so consumed with those. So I get the first I lay the spread and then I lay the first clarifying cards. We didn't even look at this. And it's another 3. Might want to look up that, or you might have be noticing 3s and possibly 1s a lot. And then we have these, you know, we have 9s here too, but I think this is this cycle getting ready to end. In this particular deck, because this is an Italian deck, it's a little bit different than most decks. Oh Lord, excuse my children. This is the creator of all that is, I believe. So also we have the 3 of Wands twice. Definitely there's somebody expecting something. There's waiting for somebody's waiting for their ships to come in. Because they have manifested. We don't have the Magician here, but somebody is definitely manifesting. I'm getting that energy for sure. Let me read you guys exactly what it says about this card, because it's a lot different. The Smith, the crafts. Okay, this is what I said. Okay, the craftsman of everything that is. So definitely somebody's waiting on something that they've worked on, that they've, you know, built or they've set something into motion, and now they're waiting. Waiting maybe on some justice, waiting on this judgment call. But I think that whatever it is, there's this new beginning. There's this not emotional, material abundance. I mean, yeah, for sure. And they're in a new cycle, starting a new cycle. And definitely ending one here, but it's a good one, because we have this worry and stuff that needs to be, you know, it needs to be a cycle ended, because there's a new beginning here. Let's look at the recent past. 6 of Cups, soulmate energy, childhood memories, thinking about the past, you know, thoughts of nostalgia. Could be past life love. Ace of Wands and the Ace. This Ace of Cups is kind of like, it's a new beginning, but in this particular deck, it's kind of like the The thought of love should not make one feel like they need to be defensive. That's the basic gist of it. It's like you shouldn't have to have all this armor on if this isn't a new beginning in love, right? Love is a battlefield, is what it, I mean, you know, that looks like a battlefield to me. He's going to, that shouldn't, that's not the end. This, I'm going to read it to you guys. Fuck it. Ace of Cups. Chalices. Frailty. The fear of perceiving, of feeling of love should not give us cause to defend ourselves. So yeah, what I said. Right? Like, the fear of this new beginning shouldn't make you feel like you like have to be defensive of whatever this new beginning is. Then, and this is, we got 2 aces right here, right? And the first card that kind of slid out, but I put it back in because it didn't come all the way out, was the 2 of Cups. And I put it back in, and then these 2 cards came out. So either way, it was 2, right? 1 and 1 or 2. If I was going to take, you know, 1 card, I was going to get 2. To take 2 cards, I'm going to get 2. Because 1 plus 1 is 2. So this is still a new beginning, and it could with the 2 of Cups is like partnership, soulmate energy, as well as the 6 of Cups. So there's definitely this soulmate, past life, past love energy. Let me see something. Knowledge. Locking oneself inside oneself bears no fruit, right? Locking oneself inside oneself bears no fruit. Like, this is a start, but it's like a false start. Like, this is, maybe that is why there's justice coming in here now. Yes, because this is something in the past. It's definitely like dealing with a soulmate, some type of connection like that. And that's, you know, like I said, I picked these cards intuitively because in this particular deck, this looks like a rocky start, okay? Like, it's like this passion that's locked up. It's this passion, there's no fruit being born from this, right? He needs to come up out of that egg. And then, who wants to have to wear armor with someone they love? You know? Let me get the 6, okay. Yeah, full in reverse. This was a new beginning that was not, it was, you know, it didn't, this isn't a happy new beginning. Like, this is like all kinds of, this is a bumpy road. There's the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Give me these aces, please. As, like, the Fool is the same thing. It's a new beginning, but it's in the reverse. Yeah, okay, now we have 4 9s out here. No, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 9s out here. Threes and 9s and aces, you guys. Synchronicity, crazy synchronicity. You could definitely be noticing these numbers because we got the 9 of Cups. This was a wish. This was somebody's wish fulfillment, or somebody's. You know, this was, yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's just this. I mean, this is such a beautiful, these are such beautiful cards with like, it's beautiful. It's still beautiful cards, but there's something here. There's this new beginning that does not happen in the past. That, you know, somebody wasn't able to take that leap of faith. They're scared. They're defensive, scared of love. This passion is not going anywhere. It's not bearing any fruit. But here, this is the recent past. But here we have this, somebody's waiting on some type of justice. Somebody's waiting on for reconciliation. Judgment calls to be made because there's this new beginning here with the 10 of Pentacles and the Empress. This was faded. This is faded. This is my card for like faded type things. It's almost like a Wheel of, no, it's not like the Wheel of Fortune. That's why I like these. That's why I like all my cards. Yes, this was definitely like somebody's wish fulfillment, like a wish on a star type energy. you know, their Nine of Cups can talk about feeling smug sometimes too, so I don't know exactly what it was that caused this energy to show up here with such a beautiful connection. But something was not balanced. I mean, that's what causes these type of things is unbalance. And maybe some things that were hidden with that at the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's look at the things that are hidden, since I said that, instead of what's coming towards you. Should we look at what's coming towards you first? Or what you don't know yet, or what you're hiding from yourself sometimes? Let's look at what's coming towards you, then we'll do what you're hiding and the likely outcome. So what's coming towards you? The Hierophant. Can represent religious organizations. It is the card of marriage sometimes, because it's like it's a commitment type energy. It is contracts, you know. It's Taurus. It's a major arcana for Taurus. With the Knight of Wands. In this deck, the Knight of Wands has it reminds me a lot of the Strength card in the Western tarot cards that most of us use. It you know, it's like an in and out. It's fire energy. The Aries, Leo, Sag is quick moving. It's quick. It's not a stable energy because it's in and out a lot. So that's why it's considered like the Playboy of the Knights of the deck. In this one, though, it has it reminds me of the Leo card, the Strength card in other decks, because it's sometimes it says sometimes imposing one's will is only a matter of asking. So it's like having strength to tame a beast, because that's the Strength card, and you know, the Leo card, it's like she's tamed the beast. It's the woman has tamed the lion, not by force but by asking, right? So by a mutual respect. So yeah, this deck's a little different. So this is a better night than the player energy that it gets from other decks sometimes. Let's get the Hierophant, please. I hate when they fall. Oh my goodness. Six of Cups. So you could definitely be dealing with a Taurus, Sag. Soulmate energy again. Same thing we got over here in the recent past. So this could definitely be what's coming back towards you. Could be a marriage, you know, that you with somebody that you're revisiting. Let me get the Knight of Wands, please. Wow. Well, that just the Star card, Aquarius at the bottom of the deck. Glad that's there, because what just fell out was the Tower. Never fear. The Tower is like, to me, it's one of the heaviest energies, you know, in the deck, because it's the Tower. I mean, just look at the dang card. These towers are such heavy energy because it's things that change your life usually. The way that your life functions in some aspect changes. And a lot of times, in order for these big of changes to happen, you have to tear something down or let things fall away so that you can build something new, so that you can have new beginnings, right? This is major arcana because it's like very heavy energy. The towers are always a good thing in the long run. That's the way I always look at the tower. I'm like, okay, you know, sometimes it could be considered an act of the divine, an act of God, because you see how it's lightning coming down and he's striking, you know. Definitely it's going to shake up the foundation of something. I think I'm going to have to get another card for that. Give me the Tower. Page of Cups, try to show itself. Tower, please. 7 of Wands. Knight of Wands. Okay. Soulmate energy. I mean, if this isn't a romantic reading, I don't know what it is. A business partnership. If it is, it's somebody that you've been in business with for a long time. I mean, we can have soulmates that aren't romantic, right? But this just looks like a commitment, or, you know, dealing with a Taurus. Lots of earth energy here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You know, we have the Empress and the Hierophant here with 2 of the soulmate. These are both the soulmate cards in the deck. And the Lovers. It's like there's, you know, these are the cards for that. And then we have this Knight of Wands. It's a fiery guy. A fiery type energy. But like I said, he can also be considered like, you know, imposing his will over something, you know, by asking. But sometimes, you know, people have a way of asking that's still, I don't know. But there's a Tower here, so hopefully we can kind of figure out where this is coming from for you guys. Give me this. What's coming toward them? And this will be for like the next 4 weeks from whenever you watch it, right? This happens to be my card for Pisces, but it doesn't say that anywhere. I just always say that because to me it, you know, a couple of these cards, I just read them how I feel that they are when I feel I need to. This one I read as Pisces. Sometimes could be a Pisces involved. Doesn't have to be at all. This card also represents everything that has to do with your finances. So that, I mean, if this was a business partnership, it was like a business, like you were in business together. You were partners, okay? There were contracts. But there is a Tower here, and it does involve finances in some type of way. It can still be romantic. You have to take the energy and apply it where it goes. And like I said, if it doesn't fit, don't make it. This message can't be for everybody, right? It's going to be come out for who needs to hear it most. But this is some heavy. This is like I mean, this reading is kind of intense. I don't know. What's hidden? Let's look at that. We got another Pentacle. There's more Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Pentacles are, if they are people, it's a younger person or a child. Or it's some type of small offer, but it's a solid offer, right? And we have the Queen of Cups. I believe in this deck it says wisdom is gained when we reflect on the past, I think is what it says. Let me tell you for sure. Recollection. Sometimes we experience new sensations from past recollections. Okay, yes. When we look within ourselves, almost like a hermit energy, right? Sometimes we experience new sensations from past, like this is looking back and seeing something from a different point of view. Cups are love and emotion. So it's more of like that thinking of the past type energy. Recollection. Here's this page. Let me get the Page of Pentacles so I can kind of see what it might be. The Page of Pentacles, please. Three of Pentacles. Lots of Pentacles. Like there's, I mean, this, oh my gosh, didn't I just say Hermit type energy? Didn't I just say that? Here, this is the Major Arcana card for Virgo. It basically means the same thing that I just read. That's just why I said that. This is going within. Looking back at something to gain insight. Going within, though, to find some different answers and gain a different perspective on a situation. And looking back at the past. You know? Three of Pentacles. So maybe you're going to be, you know, you could be dealing with a Virgo. You could be you know, yourself just doing some internal soul searching. Three of Pentacles can be working on something. This could be a work situation. This could be, I'm gonna hurt them. I'm gonna hurt them. Hopefully they will get off my stairs. Okay, sorry guys. Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. Just looked down and saw that. We do have the Lovers over here. We'll get to that. But Hierophant again showing itself. I mean, I think somebody may offer to work with you on something. I don't know. This could be somebody around you looking back, like coming back to make you some type of solid new, but a small offer to work on something. Three of Pentacles can sometimes be third-party situations. Doesn't always have to be three people. You know, something coming in between two people type situation. Another 6. Why say? Because now we have the 6 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 6 here. The Hermit is number 9 in the Major Arcana, and then we have another 3. So how many 3s? 1, 2, 3. The Empress. 4 3s right here. This is so crazy. Okay. This kind of represents the winds of change. It depends on the cards that are lying around it, because it's like the wind can blow this way. It could be a darker aspect, something change, but it's something changing quickly. It's just like kind of it's almost like something that's not yet known or undetermined, which is funny because we have it in the what's not known. So I think there's just something that's still depending, you know, that's not clear yet. It's not, something hasn't happened yet, you know. But definitely somebody's going within to do some soul searching. They're let's look at the possible outcome, and then we'll get some advice from your spirit guides, okay? And your ancestors. 2 9s up here, and the likely outcome, 9 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. Swords are Gemini, Libra. We didn't have very many swords out here, did we? I think this is the first time it's even coming up. We have the Fool as air energy. Justice. Okay, Justice is Libra. So we do have heavy Libra here too with Justice and the Empress, because the Empress is Libra as well. Anyway, don't get too caught up on the signs, guys. 9 of Wands, which we got twice. Laying down some type of burden. In a minute, though. Not yet. This is getting ready to, right? It's the pause before you've been through some type of battle. We do have the 5 of Wands over here, which is conflict. It's disagreements and arguments, but you've been through something. You're waiting, you're at this pause before this cycle is completed, and you're laying down some type of burdens. But that's coming up, right? We're getting there. Then you have the this is Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is thoughts and communication. It's being trapped in your thoughts. It's anxiety. It's losing sleep. Sometimes it's nightmares. It's just not being able to, it's not healthy, for one. It's not being able to function correctly because you're giving all your energy to some thoughts that usually you can free yourself from very easily. Not easily, but easily. It's just like, and then here's this in this deck, this is the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Saggy energy, fire energy, I'm sorry, could very well be you, and it's the pupil. This is like learning from, this is whatever this is, you're going to learn. It says to learn, the pupil, to learn without, hold on. Understanding brings no benefit. So, don't go through this for nothing. You're going through this to learn something. There's a lesson to be learned here. And that makes this, whatever this is, this is like major life cycles. And, you know, there's definitely a lesson here. It's saying like, once you complete this, make sure you find what the lesson is. This cycle, once you complete the cycle, make sure you figure out what that lesson was that you learned, and that you learned it so that you don't have to repeat it again, right? Get the Nine of Swords, please. Wow, not obviously not gonna keep all those. It's way too many. Well, I'll read them to you though. Seven of Cups, confusion, lots of options, Justice again, King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag energy, Five of Wands again, just like we have over here, conflict, differences of opinions, Page of Pentacles again. So all the same cards. Every single one of these except the King of Wands, which is, we have the Queen of Wands there, and the Seven of Cups are cards that all came out. So, you know, it's just repeating. Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. There you are. Temperance. So this lesson, this I asked for the Nine of Swords, you know, confusion, definitely, that's what that is too, you know, wanting justice, wanting King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag energy there, conflict, some type of paid small start, small offer that was made, obviously. I mean, the page is, it's a small offer, but the pages are like stable, steady energy. Here we have the Ten of Pentacles showing itself again. For the second time in this reading, it's at the center, the heart of the reading. It came out for the Nine of Swords. So, I mean, what you could be worried about could definitely be your home life, your money, your, you know, temperance. The bottom of the deck, give me the Nine of Wands, please. The Magician, I told you. Well, I had just said the Magician hasn't come out here yet, but you're definitely manifesting. So here you are in the showing up. I said this was manifesting energy here earlier. And then here in the likely outcome, the Magician actually did come out. But it came out for the Nine of Wands with moving away. So yeah, you're same thing. This pause before you go put down these burdens. Here, this is the Swords. This is moving from choppy waters to calmer waters, moving away to something better. That's what you're manifesting. You know, like you're looking out for the ships to come in, looking out towards what you're expecting. You're waiting for something to happen. And like in the outcome, here you are moving away from something. You're probably laying down these burdens soon. Just remember what you've learned. Give me the Queen of Wands, please. Wow. Star card coming out. You know, I say pain will definitely help you learn. I wish it wasn't a necessary, and I don't know that it is. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying pain will, you learn quickly, right? We touch something, we get burned, we might touch it again, and after that pain, like we've learned, like that shit's hot, don't touch that shit. Right? So the pain will help you learn. And this is sorrow, this is pain, this is being consumed with sadness. So this came out with the Queen of Wands, the pupil, like you've learned from this. This has been painful, this has been a burden, this has kept you in anxiety, this has kept you in, you know? And so there you are, coming out for this, from whatever the situation is, for the better. Definitely have great potential here to have something new, start a new cycle, complete one and move on to something better instead of having to relearn any old lessons. I feel like there is a chance here to complete a big cycle. We have the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. That is, cups are love. That's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. It could be an offer of love coming in, you know, after all of this. So you guys will have to let me know and check back for your next reading. Maybe we will get the same. Oh, the star card. There it was. This is wish fulfillment. This is healing. Healing after this, right? I love it. I really do. Where are we at? 50 minutes. I still kept it. Look, we're going to keep it at about an hour. Much better, guys. So, you guys please let me know in the comments if this resonated with you. I think that was a really, I like that energy. I like that message. I think, like I said, there's a lot of potential here for somebody to find a lot of fulfillment and happiness. Okay, here is the advice from your spirit guide, Sagittarius. What most needs to come through for your highest good right now? Possibly pertaining to this message that we just received. Alright, let's see. Blessings of the Supreme Being. Okay. I'm going to show you guys these cards. I love them. I really like this sun and the moon. And this one. Let's get one more for Sag, please. Thank you. What do you know? 12. Breaking down to the number 3. I knew we were going to get some type of multiple of 3. A 3, a 1, a 3, a 9. Or 12. Which breaks down to a 3. I love it. Okay. Let's Aloha Ki Akua, number 25, which breaks down to the number 7. Blessings of the Supreme Being. This is the Earth Warrior Oracle. It's one of my faves, as you might have guessed. Number 25. I've got to get out of here. I am starting to get, like, this lens might start fogging up, you guys. It's getting hot in here. Okay. Look how pretty the illustrations are. I love it. The Aloha Ki Akua, the divine is love. The supreme being from which all of life emanates, manifests a blessing for you. The realm of the heart is love's temple. When you center the heart, you gain access to the Great One and to the mana, the power, authority, grace, and magnetism to manifest your divine destiny. Trust in what is meant for you. Surrender doubt and distraction in favor of love and respect for the Great One, and you shall live your true destiny with joy in your heart. Love can and will conquer all. I like it. A blessing is coming to you now. We did end with the star card. Wish fulfillment. Wishes being granted. Things do not need to be complicated. When you are confusing yourself with too many variables, too much information, or fear and doubt, focus on filling your heart with love and let everything else go. The Great One will handle all matters in your life if you open your heart to divine guidance and let go with faith and go with the flow, right? This will not make you passive. Rather, it will allow you to feel inspired to take only the most helpful actions. This oracle indicates an answered prayer and that the Divine One has you covered in a situation of concern to you. You are healing and deepening your relationship with the Divine. As we ended with this wishing upon a star, wishes being granted, healing. That's like to emphasize that even more. And this is, you know, definitely a message for somebody when I use these. These are, you know, messages coming through. I love these cards. Number 12. Sage of higher knowledge. Amuata. Okay. Seek what feels true, even beyond the logical. If something doesn't feel right, challenge it and dig deeper. Educate and inform yourself on matters of importance to you. Trust that your mind is strong and bright enough to do this. Enhance your self-esteem by researching for information and trusting your intuition to help you discern what is useful and true. Have faith in your own mental abilities. If others have criticized you or made you feel inadequate in understanding, cast that off as belonging to the past and not relevant to you now. You will become immune to manipulation by others, which may be convincing but not necessarily accurate or helpful. Trust the power of your mind to receive and recognize the answers that you need. You will find your way. This is, you're being asked to think for yourself here. Like, what questions do you have? And to me, I feel like I know the truth when I hear the truth, when something is really true, it rings true in your heart. You know, that's what they're saying, like the discernment, you know, use your own discernment, research for yourself and see what do you think, what feels right or true to you, and whatever is you want, like it said, matters that are of interest to you, right? It says, in a reading, test all opinions, advice, research, and alleged facts according to your own intuition and instinct. Select that which is helpful for you and notice that which is best cast aside, even if just for a time. Seek information and assistance from those that you feel can assist you, and yet place no human advisor above the ultimate divine authority, which will guide you on how to proceed through a deep inner knowing. There is always new knowledge beyond existing boundaries of thought. We simply need to be open and willing to receive it with patience, discernment, and trust in the greater guiding power. The Oracle of Amuata comes to you with guidance that an answer is coming, an important piece of information, and that when you are centered in your heart, you will recognize that for what it is and know how to proceed. So what was hidden from you was the Hermit down there, and that the Queen of Cups, which the meaning of that card was kind of like going within, recollection, thinking of the past. I think I think that you will be doing that at some point coming up, you know, and you're gonna actually see something from a different point of view with that eagle there, right? And that's when you're going to gain some wisdom, some insight, some answers, some clarity. Like, I love it, love it, love it. I don't know what I'm going to name this yet. I'm going to stop it here, though. I don't want to keep talking. I could talk on for probably like 15 more minutes, but we're trying to cut the time down. Thank you so much, Sag. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let me know if it resonated with you. And just keep checking back with me. I'm going to get a schedule going where I actually post consistently. But I thank you guys. Bye.